Welcome to South Dakota HOSA's The Pulse. Today we sit down with Caleb, a second-year physical therapy student at the University of South Dakota.
My name is Caleb Gunn. I'm a second-year physical therapy student, and I'm from New Underwood, South Dakota. I didn't really decide right away out of high school or anything that I decided to go, or that I wanted to go into physical therapy. It was something that I just sort of discovered as I was going through my undergrad. Right away out of high school, I thought about being an engineer, and then I thought maybe going into athletic training. And it was kind of when I went into my undergrad major, which was exercise science, and getting to know some of my friends that were into physical therapy, and that's sort of how I decided to go down this path. So as a physical therapy student, the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to right now is just getting out into clinic. We were supposed to go into clinic this summer, but we had COVID hit, so we weren't able to do that, so we've just been in class constantly for almost a year and a half now. So I'm just really looking forward to actually getting to kind of enhance some of the skills that we've learned and actually get to work with real patients. So I chose USD PT mainly just because I'm from South Dakota and tuition was the best here. If you go out of state, it's usually at least 2 times more. But I also know that USD has a very reputable PT program. It's been around for a long time. They have a very high passing rate for the board's exams. So I knew it was a good program going into it as well. So with high school versus undergrad versus grad school, there's definitely a lot of differences in like how busy you are and what your schedule's like and all that. So I'm from a small town, so I played basically every sport that was available: football, basketball, track, and then I was involved in just other things as well, clubs and stuff. So I was pretty much busy all throughout the day. I would, show up to school at 6 a.m. and go work out, and then school all day, and then practice until 5 or 6, and then that was pretty much my life. So I was pretty busy. Getting into undergrad right away, it was a little bit of a transition because you're not in class all day. You have 2 or 3 classes a day, and then you just have a lot more of your own free time that you sort of have to make up studying and stuff, but you also have just a lot more free time to hang out with your friends and just explore different things. And that's especially in the first couple years of undergrad. Once I sort of got into like my junior and senior year, I started to get way more involved. I was involved in clubs, and I was working on campus, and then also doing just other things, shadowing and internships and things like that, because in the second half of your undergrad career, that's really when you want to start building your resume and your CV and everything, and just getting a lot of experience under your belt. But definitely when you get into grad school, it's way different. And I knew that going into it, but you still just can never really expect how hectic it can be. So pre-COVID, before we kind of went online and everything, we were in class from 9 a.m. until 4 a.m. basically every day. And then we usually had at least a couple of tests every week. So I would have like an hour, a couple hours after class, I would go hit the gym, make some food, and then I would head to either Lee-Med or the SCSC, which is our main PT building, and spend the rest of the night studying with a few friends. And that was pretty much my life. So if you think you're interested in physical therapy, like I kind of was once I got a couple years into my undergrad, I would say one of the biggest things you can do is go and shadow. Physical therapists are always willing to let students shadow. First off, it's also a requirement to get into school, so if you do decide to go down that route, then it's helpful to have those observation hours. But definitely for me, that really solidified that this was a path that I wanted to go down. And I also think in undergrad, being involved in clubs, so the exercise science club and then the pre-physical therapy club, just being surrounded by other students who are also interested in it and just talking with them, why they're interested in it and things like that, that really helped solidify it for me.